We're an Adam show, which wasn't even a skincare show, has nothing to do with that. We're all washing our hands, putting hand sanitizer all over the place. So what is in hand sanitizer? Things that are drying. We're talking about hydrating and working on your skin. This is kind of counterintuitive to that, but of course we want to do what's right now. But wouldn't it be amazing if a skincare company came up with a hand sanitizer and then this guy over here did just that? It's a duo for only $23. And by the way, thank you so much for the price. You are not charging ridiculous amounts like other people are. It's huge, 8 ounces, so it's 16 ounces. $23, $7.67 of free shipping and handling. There's so much good going on. There's so much good karma going on around this product, Dimitri. I know it's 12,000 have been sold.
So there's something I have to touch on that I wish I didn't have to, but we've all been watching the news and you've all been hearing about hand sanitizers that are maybe toxic, hand sanitizers that aren't real, and the market's being flooded with them, and especially coming from other countries as well. I just want you to know that with our hand sanitizer, first of all, you know, alcohol, isopropyl alcohol has been approved for sanitizing, but you have to use it at a very high level and it's very drying. Ethyl alcohol has been approved by the CDC for the virus, for killing it. On our hands as a sanitizer, it's 60%. I give you 62%. But there's more you need to understand. Our ethyl alcohol is made in the USA. It comes from Iowa. It has been filtered 4 times in a carbon filter and formulated in an American registered over-the-counter drug laboratory, which is us. In fact, and that's really important, so there is something on, when you get this home on a piece of paper, and it's called the NDC code, the National Drug Code. And there's a number. And you could go to the FDA.gov, and you could punch in our number and see for yourself that it is legitimate and it is safe for you. Now that we've said all that, I want to let you know why it's special. First of all, I was sanitizing so much because I'm like germaphobe, right? And so many people I'm responsible for so many people's livelihoods, right? The whole company, all my staff and our employees. And so I really was extra careful. And my fingers, because I'm dry anyway, were splitting and cracking here on the tips. It was horrible. And so we went to work once we were able to get the right alcohol, and we created this beautiful gel with hyaluronic acid, a low molecular weight hyaluronic acid that binds moisture. And so even an hour after you have it on, it's binding more moisture. That's what hyaluronic acid does. And then we have aloe vera, which soothes temporarily on contact with the skin. And then we have vitamin B5. And B5 is very important because it helps to not only nourish and hydrate, and helps protect your hand from free radical aggressors. And when hands are dry, free radicals can attack harder because, again, the skin's barrier is messed up. Now, when you use a hand sanitizer, you also need to know that you need to use it liberally, just like you're washing your hands. So you're going to use a pump. Sometimes I use a pump and a half, 2 pumps, and you go like this. And this one doesn't just drip everywhere. You know the ones you squirt out and they hit your shirt? This is not like that. And the scent is green apple. And there is plenty here for me to wash my hands with it. And you get on the tips, you get under your nails. And then I always like to go up my arms with it. And that 1 pump or 1.5 pump was plenty. You are getting a premium hand sanitizer. You are getting a hand sanitizer made in the USA in my laboratory, which is registered to create over-the-counter drugs. You are going to get an NDC code, which is a national drug code that you can go to the FDA.gov website and punch in the code and see for yourself that it's legitimate. And I'm terrified to think there may be things out there that really aren't real. I went to the department store the other day to buy my favorite eyebrow powder. Yes, I cheat on skin with my eyebrows because there's this powder that I love. I've used it for like 10 years. It comes with a little tweezer in the compact and everything. I like it. And the lady said to me, I said, oh, do you have any hand sanitizer? She goes, no. She said, but you could buy these wipes and they have this ingredient in it. And I thought, I never heard of that ingredient. And I said, is it good for, she said, well, we can't claim that, but let me just tell you something. Whenever I go out shopping and come home, I use this all over me. And I thought, well, you're eluding. There are legitimate drugs that have been approved by the CDC and the FDA to sanitize our hands. I'm not going to take a risk with you and your marketing when it comes to my health. So what you're getting is a premium hand sanitizer that's going to keep your hands looking young and smooth and soft and not dry.
Right, and by the way, you're getting 2 8-ounce bottles, and the price is only $23.
Yeah.
I mean, $7.67, and we're, of course, Skinn free shipping and handling. So I will tell you that when all this happened, you were able to get some hand sanitizer, and I was shocked how people were like, the price was like out of, like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
You know, so I love that we're doing this as a sale price. Dimitri is doing this for us as a sale price, and you get 2 of them. You know, always have one with you, maybe one in your handbag, you know, one at work if you still are going to work, like I am, at your workstation. Don't leave it in somebody else's hands like, oh, if I go to work, they'll probably have it somewhere. Bring it with you, and we will deliver this right to your door. I do think this is an opportunity for you to send it to someone. If you know somebody who, you know, needs to have it and maybe isn't like going out and grabbing it, I think this would be a very thoughtful, I'm thinking about you, please say safe gift.
Right. Now, I keep mine in the cup holder of my car. However, it clearly states on the directions, do not leave in the heat because it can expand and leak. I haven't had a problem. We did have a customer that happened to her son, and I felt terrible. So just be cautious if you want to have it like in a towel or something. But I keep this everywhere. I have it in the kitchen on the counter. Our team here is all using it. I get my hands really wet before I leave the house, and while they're still wet, that's when I use the elevator. I have this in my car. I have this. I put some on, you know, tissue, and I clean my cat's paws with it because I don't know. It's not drying. My hands feel great. And think about how much you're aging your hands. And then a year from now, 2 years from now, you're going to come to me and say, Dimitri, now what do I do? Now what do you have for these aged hands? Because of all the sanitizer we're using. It's a premium sanitizer. We do have the NDC code, so when you're watching the news and you're reading the news and you're hearing about all these sanitizers, that some of them were toxic, some of them coming from other countries were actually harmful, some of them weren't real, you'll feel comfortable using this and buying this. So I want you to know that.
Yeah, and I think about certain professions that were always washing their hands all the time, like nurses and, you know, teachers and things like that, right? I mean, what a great gift for somebody like that. Or also, if that's you, but what I've realized is even hopefully there'll be a vaccine in years from I'm always gonna sanitize my hands from now on. I will tell you, during this year, I've gotten less colds than I've ever had because I'm washing my hands and sanitizing them all the time. I think this is something that is a forever thing. I don't think it's just this year thing, right?
You know, I'm older. Like I said, well, we know. I'll be 58 soon. I miss the age of innocence. Yeah. When everything was easy and we could just walk to our airplane and there wasn't even a security, and now we're sanitizing. And it's like, oh my gosh. So, but this is where we live, and this is how we live today. And I just want to make sure that I give you something proper to help sanitize your hands that is in accordance with the regulations from the CDC and the FDA, with an NDC number that is not drying, that has skincare built into it. I call this an anti-aging hand sanitizer. And my hands feel great. Like they're not, right, Helen? They're not dry at all.
Oh, no.
And the green apple.
They smell, it smells good too. It's not like it's got this like medicinal smell for whatever, especially if you put it on in the car, sort of trapped with that medicinal smell in your car. You're getting 2 of them. Each one is 8 ounces. We do have flex pay, $7.67. The shipping and handling will be paid for you. So it is free for you. And when you are ordering, you need the item number when you order this. This has been very popular in the show. 715-259. It says we're gonna talk about it for another 45 seconds. We are gonna do a little bit longer on talking about this because we have so many people in the ordering process. I think that even now when I go to like the grocery store, there's a lot of choices for hand sanitizer. I'm nervous. Right. How do I know that they're all have that legal ingredient? How do I know which is what? And that there isn't something that's gonna burn my hands? I mean, some of it is just really bad. I've got actually very sensitive skin, so I particularly love this.
Right, or where the alcohol came from and how clean and pure it is. I can tell you where ours came from. Ours came from Iowa. From corn. It's been filtered 4 times with a carbon filter. We have an NDC code that will come along with the drug content because it's an over-the-counter. an NDC code. That's called the National Drug Code. You can go to FDA.gov and type that in and see for yourself that it's been approved for this use. So what you are getting here is a premium hand sanitizer that you can feel good about using and buying and letting your family use. And in addition to that, you are going to get hyaluronic acid that binds moisture, aloe vera, which helps to temporarily soothe the look and feel of the skin on the hands, and you're going to get the panthenol, the vitamin B5 that is anti-drying and anti-free radical. So you are getting a wonderful, wonderful premium hand sanitizer that you can feel good about and safe about. And just so you know, Skinn is a USA laboratory, and we are a USA company.
California. California, USA. Part of the non-negotiables. And by the way, since this is the last show at the visit, a lot of these event pricing is good until the last show at the visit. So make sure you check out on hsn.com all the other wonderful products that you may want to stock up on. It might be at the best price ever. So we're going to continue on. Come with me. When we talk about skincare,